Welcome back, dear viewers, and you're still watching Cairo Local Time. And back to our local news. And Egyptians abroad continued voting on Thursday in the runoff round for 19 annulled constituencies in the House of Representatives elections, as polling opened at Egyptian embassies worldwide. The National Elections Authority Executive Director Ahmed said that overseas vote marks the continuation of a broader voting process that has seen active citizen participation, reflecting public awareness and voters' keenness to contribute to national development and institutional stability. Details follow.
Egyptians abroad continued voting on Thursday the runoff round of 19 annulled constituencies in the House of Representatives elections, as polling opened at Egyptian embassies worldwide. The National Elections Authority NEA Executive Director Judge Ahmed said the overseas vote marks the continuation of a broader electoral process that has seen active citizen participation, reflecting public awareness and voters' keenness to contribute to national development and institutional stability. Speaking at a press conference on Tuesday evening, Bendari called on citizens to continue engaging in the electoral process, describing participation as a collective responsibility and a key pillar to strengthening democratic practice at this critical stage. Bendari said the runoff is being held in 19 electoral constituencies for 35 parliamentary seats, contested by 70 candidates across 11 governorates that form part of the first phase of the House of Representatives elections. Voting for Egyptians abroad is taking place at 139 polling stations located at Egyptian embassies in 117 countries. Bendari said polling first opened at Egypt's embassy in New Zealand at 9 a.m. local time, corresponding to 10 p.m. Cairo local time. He added that voting will open subsequently at all diplomatic missions, with the final polling stations in Los Angeles, United States. The National Elections Authority issued a decision on 18th of November annulling the individual seat elections in 19 constituencies across 7 governorates out of 14 included in the first phase of the parliamentary elections. The authority ordered the rerun to begin from the last valid procedure, namely the electoral campaign period. The first run-on voting was held abroad on the 1st and 2nd of December and domestically on the 3rd and 4th of December. The runoff includes constituencies across several governorates. The NEA announced earlier this month that 6 candidates have won seats in the House of Representatives, while 70 others will compete in runoff elections for 35 seats across 19 constituencies, where results were previously announced due to major violations that affected the integrity of the vote.
And now we are joined over the phone by Dr. Ahmed Farrag, political analyst. Good afternoon, sir. Journalist, rather. Good afternoon, Dr. Ahmed.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
So, sir, from a legal standpoint, what does an electoral rerun mean within Egypt's parliamentary elections framework?
Simply it means that Egypt, the Egyptian state, keens on applying the rules of law, and it is abide by the constitutional provisions, and it guarantees that the elections would be run within a friendly atmosphere and within transparency and integrity. That's it.
So, sir, how does the electoral silence period regulate the role of analysts and media during voting days?
I'm sorry, can you say it again, please?
How does the electoral silence period regulate the role of analysts and media during the voting days?
As we know, during such silence period, all the candidates have to stop any activities relating to advertising or promoting themselves. That's it. And actually, as we saw, all the people who are running for the elections actually showed great commitment to such a practice.
And can you tell us more about the judicial supervision and how it functions in overseas polling stations?
As we know, the current parliamentary elections are conducted under the supervision of the National Elections Agency, and if we look at the composition of such authority, we will find that all the members are judged and are related to the judiciary. So simply we can say that the electoral process is performed under the full supervision of judiciary system.
And sir, what safeguards does Egyptian electoral law provide to ensure neutrality and transparency?
I'm sorry?
What safeguards does the Egyptian electoral law provide to ensure neutrality and transparency?
As we know, the National Elections Authority all the time issue regular statements providing the public with the latest developments and with any information to guide them to the right way to cast their votes. And as we know, when the higher administrative court annulled some results of the elections, of course, the response of the National Elections Agency was instant, and they issued a decree to rerun the election in certain constituencies.
So, sir, what are the legally defined steps for securing ballots and transferring overseas votes to the NEA?
As we know, yesterday the rerun in the second phase was launched overseas, and we are talking about Egyptians living abroad or the Egyptian expats. All the electoral process was performed under the supervision of the staff of the Egyptian staff in the diplomatic missions and embassies, and actually such headquarters provided all the needed facilitations and all the needed procedures to ease the electoral process and guarantee that the Egyptians would cast their votes freely and neutrally.
So, sir, also, how does the law ensure equal treatment of voters inside Egypt and abroad during electoral rounds?
As we know, the results of the elections depend on counting the right votes of both Egyptians living inside and the Egyptians living abroad. And so far, as we know, the final results are not announced until finalizing the electoral process overseas to count the votes and to add the right votes to the total right votes of the voters inside Egypt.
And sir, also, what information is legally permitted to be communicated to the public during electoral silence?
Simply, we can, for example, guide the participants or the voters to their right constituencies, and we can also assist them to, for example, to be ready to cast their votes in certain electorates, and so on.
Yes, finally, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Ahmed Farrag, journalist. Thank you, Dr. Ahmed, for being with us. And the viewers show break and we'll be back, so stay tuned.